Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa with Mimi's DIY Journey. Today I just want to do a quick flip through this journal that I finished actually probably last week. I just have not had a chance to be in my craft room at all. And then I would like to do a flip through of the new digital kit from Silver and Sparkles. I will definitely leave the link to her channel and also her Etsy store in the description box below with the correct name of this digital kit. And then I thought we would go ahead and start the cover for that. So this journal here was made out of an old agenda book that I had, and the digital kit that I used is called English Rose Garden, and it is by After Midnight Design. So you can find this on Etsy as well. So I'll leave a link to that below. I had to keep that so I could remember where it came from. Let's see, I'm going to set that up there and we'll go through that in a minute. So I think I've showed you the cover before, and then I just put some lace on the edge and then a little pin here on the side. So I used an envelope and made a pocket for the front, and then made a little notebook with just a few pages in it to put into the pocket. And then I've got, now this paper here was part of the agenda book. So it's like the calendars that I just cut. So I made a pocket with some little ephemera hair. That's. And then I put some more lace on the inside. And this is part of the digital kit here. The English Rose Garden. Very pretty. Very like old antique looking. Some journal cards. I made a lace pocket. Then a little ephemera there. It says Create Joy. This page here is part of the digital kit. Then just some blank paper. And then this is a rub-on transfer. It says I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that's Philippians 4:13. And then I had some of the dictionary page in here. And I did some mixed media, like I did a collage and with some white gesso. And then I wrote a poem on here by William Wordsworth, which was from 1815. But I really don't like how the writing turned out because I used a big Sharpie marker to do that. Just a little pocket. This was a little ephemera that I already had made up. Some stamping. Just another little pocket with journal card, and then I did that same stamp over here. See, I think that is just so pretty. Another little pocket with a journal card. And I did some stamping. And then this is the dictionary page. I put a stamp back there. And then this is out of the agenda book. And I just cut the page down, inked the edges, and glued it on to that. Another little pocket. This is from the digital kit. And then I used that same paper and I altered a library card. And I kept the back to where you could write on that. And then just another little journal card. Another little pocket with a little book. that you can write in. And then that's more of the digital. This one I put a sticker on. Pocket. Some ephemera. Yeah, I just did not have a chance. This is part of that digital, I believe. Oh, you know what? No, that is part of scrapbook paper that I had. Some stamping, and then just a little ephemera card. That's another rub-on transfer. And then smile to yourself with a little flower. Another little pocket. And this is rice paper. Actually, it's embossed rice paper that I purchased off Etsy a couple years ago. And then I just took my dauber and went over it to darken the raised edges. I thought it turned out pretty. I thought it was pretty. And then part of that note paper. And then I made a little pocket here. And it's got a little card on the front. And then a little pocket here with another decorative card. And it's a little Velcro dot that I use to Velcro it down. Another little journal card. I love this black and white. I think that is so pretty. This is scrapbook paper. Actually, this one is out of one of the books from Marry Me, which you can purchase on Amazon. I thought it went well with all the flowers and old time. A couple more journal cards. Pretty paper with the bird. And then that's just another little cluster that I had him, already made up. I thought with the colors that turned out or went well with it. This is another one of the dictionary pages. I took a piece out of the coloring book that I have from Edith Holden and cut it out and glued it down or inked the edges. And then I put a little flower sticker over that. I thought it was pretty. And then more of that paper from the Marry Me's books. Made a little card so that you can use to write on the back of your page for or with. And then a couple more journal cards here with some stamping. And that's it to the book. I thought it turned out pretty. I am going to list this one for sale on my Etsy store. So if you're interested in it, you can go over and check that out on my Etsy. And now for the digital kit from Silver and Sparkles. Very pretty pages. And then I took one of my coffee stain papers. I actually scanned it onto my computer so that I can use it as backing paper. So that's what all of these will have. But very pretty fall colors. It's not the traditional like bright red and yellows and oranges. They're very muted, I guess. Very pretty. I do need to trim these down, so I will do that off camera. So pretty. I love these. This kind of looks like a little worm to me with some little arms. It is so cute. Very pretty. been excited to do something with this kit. We just have not had any free time on the weekends to do anything. We've been running and going to the zoo with kids. And then these are just some little sayings that she has. Like, enjoy the little things, for one day you may look back and realize they were big things. And that's by Robert Brought. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. Some more. All things are possible. Be grateful every day. Today is a good day. And then some miniature pages that we can use for journal cards. These I did print out on regular copy paper, so I'm going to have to back them onto some cardstock. Not a big deal. I do that all the time. Lots of cards here that we can use. Pockets. We can make pockets out of these. Little note cards. Fold these in half. Make little note cards. And then I thought these were cute. A little space that you can journal on. You know, write about someplace you've been that you're grateful for. Write down one good thing that happened to you today. And then some tags. What's something or someone that makes you feel safe? Write about a friend that you're grateful for. So I thought those were cute. These could be put into the other ones that we can make pockets out of. Some really pretty tags here. What was a positive outcome that came out of a difficult experience? What are two things you like about yourself? And then these are just the same words, just in a smaller version. So yes, very pretty kit. So what I was going to do is, this material here was part of a placemat that I purchased from Dollar Tree. So I cut it down to size. And then I have a UPS envelope that I cut in 2 pieces, and this is just one of the pieces. And then I have some batting that I thought I would glue over the top of that. Keep the words from showing through. And then this is out of an old dress of mine that I can no longer wear. And then I was going to put that over the batting. So it'll add some thickness, but you know, we've got the base that we can start with here. So my thought was, if I can pull this off, is kind of tack these together with some glue a little bit just to hold them in place. And then I'm going to sew around the edge. And then I'll kind of trim it off to kind of match, to be the same size. I guess I could probably trim it a little bit before, so maybe, but yeah, I went ahead and I had got those cut down prior to the video. So I will get these all put together and sewn, and then I will be right back. All I'm going to do is I'm going to use some vegan Fabri-Tac glue. Well, this is Fabrifix, same thing. And I'm just going to put a little bit like on the plastic, and then I'll tack this down. And then, you know, the same thing, I'll put a little glue and tack my batting down, and then tack my fabric down. The fabric I'm going to have to be kind of careful with because it is really thin. So I'm not sure how I'm going to, hopefully it'll turn out okay, because I don't want the glue coming through it. So I will figure that part out. So I will be right back. Okay, so I have my journal cover all put together. It did not go as easy as I thought it would be. I used a zigzag stitch and I went around twice, but this fabric here is thin and I should have pulled it just a little bit tighter. I mean, it doesn't look horribly bad, but it's not what I had pictured in my mind. But the edges, you can see the batting and I love that. Yep. See what that's, yeah. A little messed up, but it's all right. So then we'll just fold this in half. So I did measure this, like the plastic part of the envelope. I measured it 9 inches this way. And then when I folded it in half, it was 6 inches this way. And then my material is just a little bit bigger than that. So that is the measurements that I used. All right, this is going to be the front. So I chose this paper here to do the cover. So I'm going to cut this in half. But before I do that, I was thinking of some burlap over the top of this. Not quite that big, but like that. And then I'll put this paper on some cardstock so it's a little stiffer, and then glue that on top of the burlap. I mean, it's still kind of fallish, autumn, whatever. So that is what I was thinking. And then we'll fray these edges so that we get a little fray, kind of like it is right here. I hope you guys, yeah, you should be able to see that. So I'm going to do that first before I do anything else. I'm just cutting the edges off here so that I can fray it a little bit. And then I'll probably need to cut this down just a little bit shorter this way. But I think by the time we fray it, I think that'll be good. And then I'll cut this about right there. Then I can make some of the ephemera with some burlap, some of the burlap scraps. So I do have all my pages all trimmed down, all put together how I want. I used a total of 25 pages. This is only going to be one signature. And I've got some like construction paper in here, some coffee dyed paper, and then the digital kit. So I didn't check that. Okay, see how that sticks out just a little bit there? I will probably trim that down just a little bit. I try not to do that, but I mean, top to bottom, that's pretty good. Just need to trim those edges just a little bit. So we can actually go ahead and do that because that is going to be pretty easy. So I'm just going to go to the edge of the last one. Make sure I have these all in here. Okay. Oh, my knife's already out. Not real good. Darn it, I just moved my... Okay. that should be good. Okay. Close the knife so we don't cut ourselves. All right, now let's see. Think it could be a little bit shorter, actually. Okay. Oh, so we went camping this weekend. Friday was my birthday. And Saturday was really nice. We went fishing and we caught one little baby fish. We did not. He did. It was cute. It was just a little tiny fish. And we threw it back. But then, I don't know, probably about 3 o'clock it started raining, and it rained until this morning. So we were in the camper watching movies. Okay, that's better. All right. Much better. All right, so let's make this. I'm not sure. I want to try and get that whole tree in there because I like that tree. Okay, so let's like the side of it over here. Okay. Okay, I think that'll be good, I think. Oops. All right, maybe just a little bit shorter on the side. All I wanted to do was turn the paper. Okay, that's going to be better. All right, so now top to bottom. Probably about here. Okay. All right, so let me get, should I put the, anyway, so I was thinking of, should this be glued down to some cardstock? It would make it easier. Oops. I'm not sure this was the glue stick I was using. My little grandson got in here and he loves to organize stuff. Like he's 3. So he let's just put this kind of in the center and we'll tear the edges. Like he will put stuff together with colors, with shapes, organize of like. So he was digging everything out on my shelf. That's not the roller I want. So I'm not real sure if that is my glue stick I was using. So I might have 2 open glue sticks now. Suppose there's worse things in life, right? Okay, there we go. I suppose I could, well, no, because I kind of want to sew. I want to sew this to that. Ink. I want to ink my edges. This is the walnut stain, which I must have put the wrong one back. Where's my little spray bottle? There it is. Needs to be woke up a little bit. Oh, much better. Yeah, I've been using the, now I forget what it's called. But I was thinking I was putting my walnut stain away, but I didn't. I put my other one away. No, I put the vintage photo away. Guys, I've lost my new favorite ink. Oh, I'm so dumb. It's right there. Right in front of my face. I thought I put it away. This one is ground espresso. So it's just a little bit darker than the walnut stain, which I like. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so, oh yeah, that's cool. But we need to straighten that out just a little bit. Alright, so I am going to take this to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew around the edges real quick. I will be right back. Okay, so I have this all sewn around and now I am just going to take out some of these pieces and then it's going to stop where the sewing is, so I'm not real worried about that. See, like I can't pull that one out the rest of the way, so I'm just going to cut this off like that. Alright, and then we'll do this side. Okay, let's get this one. Oh, it came all the way out. And it's caught by the sewing, so we'll trim it off and it'll just match. There we go. Alright, let's see. See what it looks like. I think it needs to go up just a little bit. Over this way just a tad. think I need to make them just a little bit shorter. I want to go a little bit wavy so they're not like just all the same length, if that makes any sense. I guess I could have moved the cover, couldn't I? Or I like that much better. Okay. And then we'll find a sentiment to put down here, or something. Now, since I am gluing the, and then I left this little string here just hoping it'll help it not unravel the thread. But I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac glue. Since it's going fabric to fabric. And make sure I got plenty on here. Okay. I think that's good. Yeah, the flower pattern on here is like a gold and gray and a blue. So I thought it went pretty well with this. Get this corner a little better. And the scissors. Okay. And get this corner here a little better. There, I got that one. Okay. All right, and then I did cut out like most of the little sayings. I've got those all cut out, and some of the little ephemera I have cut out. Just there's a few that I haven't done yet, but I thought that I can do that at a later time or when I need them. Okay, so I like the little house, but I like the pumpkin. Okay. Pumpkin, and then these are the smaller ones, and then I have the bigger ones too. So, oh, you know what? I have, hang on, somewhere. My little pieces here that I keep. Pretty sure I have, unless I got rid of it. Yep, I thought I had one that said like journal or my journal or something like that, which I guess I could make something. Oh, how cute is that? Oh, that came out of a book. Okay, so nothing in there. Ouch. I don't think I have anything like that in here. Oh, looky there. Yes, I do. Don't ask me where it came from. I don't know. And these here are from Silver and Sparkles. Oh, I like the Welcome Fall. I could use those too. Those are from Silver and Sparkles. See, I try to keep everything. Try. Rather have something that says like my journal, or actually let's just go like that. And we're gonna do wavy. Okay. Ink the edges. Oh, that's cute. So I used my little hole punch, which mine is 1.5 inches. That's the biggest one that I have. So I didn't even get all of yeah, all of that piece of ephemera. Yeah, you guys know what I'm saying, I hope. Okay, and then I just want to make this just a little bit thicker. There we go. Okay, I'm going to ink again, just in case. Put my, okay. And let's get the lid on this. So we could do like a bow at the top. Maybe. I'm sure I'll come back and add something. Make sure I got plenty of glue in the center to catch this thread here. Oh no. It was sticking to my finger. If you hear that, my husband's in there on his phone. He is Facebooking. Oh yeah, I like that. And then I did find two that I thought, I got these fall leaves here that I thought I could make maybe some clusters to go in throughout this journal, is what I was thinking. So, all right, so we got the very simple cover made, nothing to it. It's not the prettiest one that I've done. The cover wise, the paper, yes, that's pretty. But the cover itself, yeah, I don't know. I suppose once we get done and maybe put some lace, find some, like put a bow maybe, I don't know. We'll figure out something there. So then I will get the signature sewn in off camera, because you guys have seen me sew in signatures before. And I'm actually going to trim this paper here down just a little bit more. Still too close to the edge for me, so I will do that. So I'll get that all sewn in, and then next video we will continue to decorate the pages and add some ephemera, maybe do some mixed media. I don't know, but we'll find out then. So thank you guys for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. That is the best way to support my content. Also, oh, well, don't forget to hit the notification bell and select all, so you don't miss any future content from me. Go ahead and trim this down so you guys know that I did it. Okay, that's much better. And it just took a second. Okay, guys, thanks for being here with me. I do really, really appreciate it. And I hope you all have a great week. And I will see you again soon. Bye.